There is a great risk in becoming a publicity hound, and in our #1 story in the countdown, the former Miss California, Carrie Prejean, and hoster Richard Heaney, the photo of Mr. Heaney is not doctored, are discovering the downside separately. The latest revelation from Mr. Heaney, the aforementioned theme song for the reality show he was pushing. And as for Ms. Prejean, she is literally being sued over her breast augmentation. Miss California USA, the pageant company, requesting that Ms. Prejean return $5,200. That would be the money it gave her for the aforementioned augmentation, all part of the pageant's countersuit, which states, quote, had Prejean heeded the guidance of the Gospel of John, who admonished only those who are without sin to cast stones in judgment, she might have avoided this legal battle. Ms. Prejean, you may recall, had sued the pageant for, among other things, disclosure of private facts, but the countersuit claims that Prejean's breast augmentation became obvious in the swimsuit competition. Ouch, babe. Meantime, back at the ranch, or rather the backyard of the fabulous Flying Heanies, that theme song for Richard Heaney's cockamamie reality show has been obtained by TMZ. We've already given you a live rendition right here on this show. Here it is from Mr. Heaney himself.
When you want to learn the mysteries of how things work, weather, the planets, the whole universe, tune into the show. It's really effective. Watch Richard Heaney.
Joining me now as the blood flows from our ears, Michael Musto, Village Voice columnist, also the author of the forthcoming book, Fork on the Left, Knife in the Back. Good evening, Michael.
Hello, Keith.
Wait, he went with the rhyme of effective and detective instead of, you know, like Heaney and bikini or Heaney and weenie?
Or Heaney, meanie, miny, ho, or, I don't know, trash compactor, contractor, balloon, saloon, con artist, pineapple. There are so many great rhymes out there. Get a thesaurus. That's what Sondheim does.
Do we assume, and I heard the Monty Python guys used to do that too, they actually look just for great words. Is there a relationship between that song and this poor kid, Falcon Heaney, vomiting twice on live TV?
No, but there is a relation to me vomiting when I heard them at home. These songs, if they were put in a balloon, nobody would chase them. One more twang of that guitar and I'd be spewing my Chuck E. Cheese. They are awful.
And another one line of the song, and he would have been singing through the top of his head. His voice would have had to have gone so high.
It's like the Beverly Hillbillies theme on Extra Moonshine crossed with Ode to Billy Joe on crack.
How do you grade this guy on the scale of, you know, great show business fathers?
Oh, somewhere between Ozzy Osbourne, John Phillips, Dog the Bounty Hunter, Larry, what's his name? Larry Burkett. I mean, this guy makes John and Kate look like the Von Trapp family.
Really?
At least he didn't put the kid in the balloon, though. I'll give him that much. But please, put the songs in there.
Yeah. Is he going to get, ultimately, some sort of reality show, and if so, on which cable network?
Well, some of that twangy music to me sounds like the background music from Deliverance, particularly the scene where Ned Beatty is bent over and squeals like a pig. So how about Logo? Or, I don't know, Sci-Fi, which has that interesting spelling, like one of his shows, the Science teacher, PSY.
Yeah, exactly.
Or, I don't know, I think Fox News, because Obama's already made that okay for us to hate, though you were ahead of that curve.
Thank you. I knew it had to be eventually. Yeah, PSY as in psychotic, science with the PSY. To Ms. Prejean briefly, you play Judge Judy in this equation here. Does the Miss California pageant have a prayer of getting their breast augmentation loan back?
They'd have a better chance just like getting the breasts themselves. But no, that money is spent. And by the way, Keith, we were just talking about Balloon Boy. Now we're talking about Balloon Girl. I'm so proud of that one. No. Look, I am not making fun of her because she is beautiful. But let's face it, she could be afloat in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. She's very inflated, and she's not giving it back. She didn't even keep the receipt.
She says her privacy was breached when the boob job came out, and yet she didn't have a problem sort of positioning herself to, get in the privacy of the lives of gay people who wanted to get married. Do you think the irony of that is intelligible to her?
I think she leaves ironing to the help. Irony? I can't believe I went there. No, she's not big on irony, though I actually think that she has some consistency, or feels she's being consistent in thinking, well, two large, same-size breasts should not be discussed any more than two same-sex genitals. Whatever.
Let's do a little science on the way out here. The Duke University physiological study on young men during election night last year, it says that testosterone levels of young men who had voted for Obama remained the same when they found out he had won, but McCain and Bob Barr voters found out that they lost. Their testosterone dropped significantly. Take 25 seconds and explain that, Dr. Musto.
I have no idea, Keith, but I'd like to know how Larry Craig got the job of standing in the voting booth and testing all the testosterone levels. And by the way, Jodie Foster's was very high. No. I also think it's sad that Bob Dole voted for McCain because he really could have used the erectile boost.
And also, did you notice we mentioned Bob Barr ran for president last year? That hasn't been mentioned since last year.
Yeah, no wonder there were flaccid penises everywhere.
We almost got through one segment intact.
But Carrie Prejean's bosoms have stayed firm.
The one and only Michael Musto. Great, thanks for your time, Michael.
Thank you.
Well, that's countdown for this, the 2,364th day since the previous president declared mission accomplished in Iraq. Keith Olbermann, good night and good luck.